People don't know how this is gonna go, but they probably have an idea, or maybe even a favorite. I'm actually perplexed as to why Nibufi picked Icefall.
Really?
I would think that Oxide would play more to their strengths, but maybe they'll prove me wrong. I don't know.
That's not a bad shout, actually. I mean, maybe it's just they've practiced this one more, or they think that the opponent's going to be less comfortable on it. I'm not too sure. I mean, the differences between Oxide and Icefall, to me, as a layman, are quite nuanced. What about Oxide did you think would suit them better?
I think Oxide is just a better TDM map overall. It's just more balanced for out of control and contested play. This map, Icefalls, can snowball very quickly, and it can reward a lot of good DM.
All right. Let's see how it pans out with Buckster at the helm. This is one of my favorite duelers, actually. I like Buckster, Neutrino, and Firebot a lot, but Buckster's got a great style and a great POV. Going to be waiting for this pincer. Undoubtedly the most important weapon on this map and in Extinction generally.
Yeah, and they're gonna get pincers, and they're gonna go for the second red here, and you'll see. Just look at the top of your screen, the stack difference right now. It's looking good for Nibufi.
Pretty big. Yeah, very good indeed, and I think that's something we're going to see from them already from the way that Buckster was playing there, as he does take a spill. It's fairly conscientious. It's item-based play. They aren't hunting the frags very much, and we've seen some very different approaches to Extinction. Some people are hyper-aggressive, some are really quite defensive, and I think that Nibufi's going to be on the defensive end of things. Trina getting a great frag there. Solid shaft. Buckster now with a power up, and that's an important pickup. Very important indeed. The Vindicator just devastating the first, fourth, and potentially seventh round. It's going to be red as well. It's a 3 life lead in total and a big stack advantage as well for Nibufi.
Yeah, I'd like to point out that although Nibufi had the stack advantage early, they were actually down on lives. And again, like I said, on this map, even with stack advantage, because of the way the map's laid out with the sight lines, and you can make things happen without stack. So the only reason Nibufi's up right now is because of that Vindicator.
Yeah, it's true. Buckster trying to get away is distant light. Will help his boy Luke, and here come the frags. Neutrino left last alive, and this is it. He has to fight for his life now. 78 HP, knocked down by a pincer, a rocket as well. And that is the end of a pretty dramatic and very even round.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been even. The team with the Vindicator should win that round. So it was a clean Vindy surprised in the Nibufi. Very clean Vindy with stack. So that's a surprising end to that round.
Distant Light, I believe, having some internet issues. He'll be alright. He'll be okay. Pincer in hand. Shaft as well. Rocket. Got everything he wants to work with, but... the best laid plans of mice and men. He got banged out, boys. He got banged out. 3-3-3-1-0-3. I hope Luke is an amazing life leader, because he's going to have to be this round.
Yeah, this one's a little bit of a steamroll here. It's going to take a little bit of luck for Gipstar to get out of it. Bit a pretty big hole for the power-up.
Picks up the red, but it's mainly a denial. Luke's going to take a double, and it's going to be Distant Light with the Vanguard. Be able to see what he can do at this upper level. Takes the 25s. Not maybe as aggressive as I might have expected. He's going to see all 3 though, and even with the Vanguard, this could be difficult. Hits one direct, but the shotgun from Firebot is very strong indeed. The nice thing, they had all the information in the world though. So getting on this red was very easy for Luke. He's going to have that called out for him. Has to be careful now, and he does just about win the engagement with the help of Distant Light. 2 frags left versus 3. It's much closer than it was.
Yeah, what I like about what Distant Light did there was he made the call that, you know, I'm going to use this power up the best I can, and I'm going to do as much damage as I can, and Luke, you're the life lead. So good comms from them, good execution, and it's kept them in the game here. They're only down by 1 life.
Oh, Luke. Very, very low. You can see in the top right of your screen, Neutrino decidedly more healthy, and that's the end of the round.
Oh, yeah. I think Luke was being chased from ice, and just had to go through. He didn't really have a choice, even if he knew that Neutrino was above him. He had nowhere to go. So unfortunate.
Well, here's Neutrino, just watching his team do a great job. Already up, a couple of frags. Bucks are very low though, probably not long for this world. I'm gonna have a look at the damage numbers, see if there's any real aberrations. Well, it's Distant Light coming out on top for Gibstar. He's actually the highest damage on the whole server, followed by Firebot. And, well, Distant Light is a player that I don't particularly know. It's kind of surprising to me.
There's a lot of players you don't know. Joel. You act like you know everything, and that's the fucking problem. You don't. Okay.
Enjoy solo casting, but I'm off.
Jesus Christ. Anyway. We're seeing quite a...
Moving
yeah, so
on.
there's...
It's
look,
over.
Just
It's
item rotation domination from Nibufi there. That's all that was. They had all the items, they had the rotations, and they just whittled down Gibstar. Next round.
Next round indeed. And it could be ever so different. Could be the same. Nobody really knows. We're watching Firebot. He's got a pincer. He's looking down the corridor. Neutrino dies. You've got eyes. You know what's happening. And that's an overextension. That's a real shame, actually. Gets chopped down by Gianon. So far, the stack looking pretty nice on the side of Gibstar, but, well, I need to get this next round of items. Firebot going to be dropping on the Mega. I don't exactly know who gets it. In the end, it's Distant Light getting a double, as we are just 15 seconds away from the power-up.
I think it looks like Luke picked up the Mega.
No items at all on the side of Nibufi right now. If Indy's gonna go Distant
Yeah, they
Light.
secured a... I think they secured a blue. Just a blue up till now. And Gibstar has the power up, and they're up by 3 lives, so
Mega
looking really
well.
good for them. Yeah. Really good for them right now.
Yeah, this is a scary prospect if you're on Team Nibufi. Bucks still managing to stay alive somehow. They're going to trap him up with the blaster.
Wow.
Well, that's the power-up taken care of, and Buckster holds on to that crucial life. He is low, though. It's not going to take a lot to bring him down, you can see.
I'm not against Distant Light making that push. He actually gave up the red even though he had alive. Yeah.
For Gonigan. That's what he's done. He's for Gonigan. Buckster, you need to win this, and he's lost.
I struggle with it. Okay.
That's alright.
Struggle.
It's alright. A lot of Americans do. It's fine.
Yeah. Don't make this about America.
On his last lap. And this is the fight that decides it all. Distant Light versus Buckster. Distant Light wins. He's got a better gun out.
This is just
it's very good.
Got a
better gun out.
Point.
Yeah. 2 casters enter, 1 leaves. Right, Distant Light, he's got a mega health. That's pretty good, isn't it, but?
Very good.
Gives you 100 health, that is quality. He's just gonna hold this area. They keep coming through the telly, and he keeps just shooting them. Now he's gonna make his way out, but his team's got that red room under control.
Yeah, I like
Mega
that he,
coming up.
His job there was to stop them from coming from shaft to red, and he did that. So it was good from him. And he did die.
And he didn't
Very
die.
good.
All right, 10 seconds till power up. It is going to be a Vanguard. See how they set up for this? Distant Light will have the long angle. We've seen people take this position a lot with the pincer. Just looking for damage. And that is going to be Vanguard on the side of Buckster. But he's having to use an MG at range. He does have the shaft. Kills a ghost. Okay, not the worst thing in the world. We'll see what they can do now with the Vanguard. Dropping the Distant Light. He's going to fall. He managed, I think, to get the Mega? I'm not exactly too sure, but... Well, there we are. It's a good run. Definitely for Nibufi. Nibufi. Mitsubishi.
Very good run. Very good run. Both items are synced. So you can really, really push your advantage here, knowing that, you know, a red and a mega are not coming up for some time, and that's exactly what happened.
3-2.
That's actually
the last.
I just want to say, GMT, that's one of the worst positions to be in, is when there's a power up on the map and both items are synced and not up for 25 seconds.
Yeah,
like you have to go for blues at that point, and understand that there's 2 blues on the map that are being fought for. So it's a tough position to be in.
Very tough indeed. Bugsky using the blaster at the tele exit, a classic. Gonna find Luke, he's just walking into enemies and gunning them down. It's a great look for Buckster. They are yet to lose a life. Well, there he goes. The damage output from Buckster this round has been absolutely impeccable. Has to turn around though. Here's Luke with the shaft, gonna take him down. There's 10 seconds left to power up. There's gonna be a red. And then we're gonna make our way to the middle of the map. And he's dead. Alright. Distant Light gets the better of him. Power up. Oh no. Firebot moves away. That is unfortunate. Distant Light now able to overheal everyone. And this is quite the run from the old or young gun. We don't know. We just know he's a gun.
Just to put it out there, Distant Light is just... He's just doing a lot of damage. And he's doing a lot of damage as life lead. He's doing a lot of damage as a ghost. Like, he's really... I'm assuming it's a he. Really setting the... You know, putting the bar high here. 444k
He's
damage.
500 damage up on anyone in the game. That's pretty huge. Alright, it's going to be a Vindicator round. 3-3. One round to decide it all. And I think the momentum, it's pretty even. I wouldn't know how to call this. They've looked capable as each other. Distant Light, gonna be trying with the pincer. Doesn't get much. Gonna pull away to the Mega. Red has gone over to Neutrino, who's then gonna take the fight to the Mega, but gets dropped. Mega on Gearnock, as we set up for the power-up. Well, maybe a little bit early for a setup, but, you know, scouting the area out.
Yeah, I mean, this, again, whoever gets this is likely going to win the round.
And Firebot needs to hit a stunning rocket, but he can't. It's Buckster left last alive with not a whole lot of HP. Gearnon on the power-up finds him to his right, and sayonara. We go to map 2 with a 1-0 lead for Gibstar.
That's a surprising result. Again, Distant Light, the least damage taken on the server and the most damage done. I mean, he was playing life lead most of the game for his team and still doing a lot of damage, and that translated into a win. So it's just great play from Distant Light, the real MVP.
Yeah, I feel like everybody else on the server looked very similar to each other, and he was the difference maker, I feel. Yeah, Great job. Really good power-up control as well. I feel like the way that they approached it, they just got the better of it more often than not. We are going
Yeah, I mean,
to
I think
Marina.
before before you continue, just one more thing. I mean, Distant Light just took several positions that were just safe, long range damage with Pincer, and it really added up. He did it on power up. He did it overlooking items. Even when he had nothing, he had a Pincer, he had a Dream, and some health, and he took those shots and hit them. So it really helps.
Well, and now the tough bit, because Nibufi, that was their preferred map. That was their choice. This is now their second choice. I mean, maybe they'd prefer Oxide over this, but the point is that they've had to go either MacGuffin or Wipeout. They've gone for Marina. But if you're going to lose on your pick, surely you're not that hopeful about, your second or third pick. We'll see.
Yeah, again, I think Oxide would have been better for Nibufi. So, I really want to know the thought process between Iceball as a choice for them.
Yeah.
But again, I don't. Going back to what you said, I'm not convinced that they're confident here. This is the Icefall of MacGuffin right now. So
certainly is. Well, let's see what they can do. Buckster, Firebot, and Neutrino up against it. We're on board with Luke, Internet Explorer, probably. Infinity Edge. There's a few other things that end in IE, or rather initialisms.
If it's IE, at least I hope it's IE 6, because that was the legit browser. You know what I mean?
Dude,
riddled with vulnerabilities, slow.
I played some RuneScape Classic on that. Believe you me. Hey, Buckster and Neutrino have just been destroying folks. And now bringing it to the base. Firebot taking up the all-powerful position. We've just seen players abuse this one time and time again with the pincer. I think it's the best position on the map. Is that fair to say, Buck?
On the other side of the base, overlooking the mega area, that one's just as strong.
Okay.
It's up there.
Either way, Buckster with the power up. Luke is going to get a cheeky pull though, and now can go quiet and wait out that power up. I'm not too sure how predictable his position is. Well, it's predictable enough that Buckster's going to catch him. One pincer does the job, and there is not the recapture, actually. Distant Light coming up big once again, and that's 3 unanswered frags. No longer has the parrot, but does have the MacGuffin, and he's got a whole lot of help from his friends.
Really risky to go up that elevator and not look behind you or to your right, because they're coming, and they're not really scared of you with the power-up because they know they can just spawn again. So I don't know what Buckster was thinking not to check when he was going up.
Yeah. It's not worked out for them. We're on Distant Light's POV. Misses a couple of pincers. But Geonon's there to help. Neutrino gets a throw. He's going to take down Distant Light. It's Firebot making the run in the midfield. He gets a little bit of a boost from his enemy, and I think he's quite happy for it. There is the cap, but what can he do? With Geonon already there, Buckster has to do it. And he will.
A messy defense. It's gonna... but they're able to keep the first wave at bay, and they're taking their positions here. So, good on Nibufi to get some coins off this.
Yep. They're going to be the one with the MacGuffin, and has a bit of a conundrum, doesn't he, in terms of how to approach this. He's got opponents chasing him down, opponents in front of him. Buckster gets the better of him, and well, it's no surprise, is it?
That's a situation. Well, one thing, GMT. That's a situation where you just throw it, right? You get it away from you. Just throw it as far as you can. You can throw it to the shotgun jump pad. Might buy your team
dual
some
players,
time.
though.
So
Dual players. They probably don't have it bound.
They have no idea how to throw.
Yep. That's the problem. Power up on Luke. And he's already got a damn good shaft. I mean, he's only hitting 24% apparently, but that really surprises me. And the power-up just makes everything so easy, doesn't it? Here he comes. Firebot takes him down, though. wasn't really any team support there for Luke.
No.
And I think maybe he should have been slowing that one down.
Yep. Maybe you should do the analysis. That's spot on, Joel. Spot on.
Yes! I've done it. I'm going to ascend. We're going to get some other idiot to do the play-by-play now. Jahar, you free?
Hell no.
You just called Jahar an idiot. Wow.
I did. It's got to be done.
Well.
Does Luke have the MacGuffin? He does. He's just bouncing around. He can't find a way out. Ah, he's found a way out. That's the cat. Alright, 33 versus 99. Buxter's already here, but he can't survive. And Luke continues with this pincer. We get a lot of work done, but while Buxter's there, gonna take 2. There's the pull. We're instantly gonna be in overtime, as well as power-up spawning in 20. This is not nice for Gibstar.
Yeah, it behooves Buxter to actually make this cap and force Gibstar to make a decision here. And the decision they're making is to push, which is probably the smart decision, but they're not able to secure the MacGuffin.
Sometimes even your best option isn't successful, but I absolutely agree. They had to go for it. You gotta just hope at that point. We're sticking with Buxter as he picks up the blue. And shotgun swings back to red, and as always, we have this little defense of the second red. It is, of course, the only item that respawns near the middle before the MacGuffin.
Yeah, it's been quiet over here.
Be fine.
It's very quiet. Buxter's actually still has armor left from the first red, so I don't know what Gibstar's doing. But they gave up 2 reds.
They did.
Without much
Firebot was on it. Yeah, it just looked like a much... I don't even really know what to say. They were just more coordinated. The positioning was that much better for Nibufi. But either way, the fragging power coming out from Gibstar and Distant Light with the help of Luke and me moving out the middle. But, well, it's raining eggbots. Hallelujah. Distant Light gets it done from a distance, but Buxter's there with the power-up, and it was all for naught.
Yeah, Distant Light spending
this is an easy
time
defense,
trying
right?
to frag. Yeah, I mean, I want to go back to the previous play. Distant Light's spending a little too much time fragging. He's got the MacGuffin. He needs to get away from the fighting to get his team coordinated to get into the base at the same time he is. And then now Nibufi has the power up on defense. So it just those mistakes turn into 50 coins up.
Yeah. Absolutely, and it's already 55. Buxter still has this incredibly strong position. He did have Firebot alongside him, and I think Neutrino was sort of the one going and trying to fight for the resources. Luke does manage to come in, but he can't get the throw. You saw him try.
Yeah, but the great thing about that play from Buxter is how many seconds he burned from Luke making a put, getting the MacGuffin out. He hid behind the column. He burned a couple seconds. Had time to tell his teammates he's leaving this way. I mean, it's just good play from Buxter to make the most out of the situation.
Getting on right now, crossing his T's and dotting his I's before he comes up with the jump pad. In the end, has to run. Taken down, but Distant Light is there to collect the MacGuffin, and that should be able to get out on the high ground. No, it's Firebot with a beautiful direct rocket. And just like that, it's all about Nibufi all over again. Vindy on the way. Luke's going to be out of position for it. Ooh. Buxter will collect. Red in 5, I think if he knows, he'll wait for it, but he's going to drop the power-up as Luke hits 2 great pincers. Gearnon not only has the power-up, but the red as well. And they're currently capped. I mean, this is a great turn of events for Gibstar.
Yeah, this just I think just brilliant individual play here got them the power up that maybe they didn't deserve as a team, but they've got it, and they're gonna get some points.
Well, and the timing for the red to come up almost immediately after also super helpful, but in the end it wasn't actually a very emphatic defense as Neutrino managed to walk on in, take the MacGuffin, and I think, I don't know, there might have been something a little bit greedy about what Gibstar was doing there. They wanted more resources after the cap, so they just sort of left their base thinking there's no way they're going to come in.
Exactly, yeah.
But in the end, they've made it harder for themselves. They will now have to recap. Geanon trying to clear a path for Luke, who, yeah, can hear trouble and smells it coming.
Michael Jackson's his way back. That was slick. That was slick, Luke. He moonwalked back to his base.
Oh, it's the first death laugh of the stream.
Great. Oh,
Welcome.
I love it.
Truly, the show has begun.
I'm hard actually from that play.
Oh,
I know people might not think it means much, but he dashes back and then strafe jumps back.
Stop doubling down. Just drop it.
So good.
Just drop it, but.
Bunch of fucking haters.
Just to lay on the Parrot Blaster as well can't make it happen though. It's all about Neutrino, who has the MacGuffin, has the Vindicator, has the red armor. He's not going to get anything for Christmas, is he? He's gotten it all early.
Okay.
You never do that. You never like say to your parents, "Yo, can I have this gift?" and you got it before Christmas.
Yeah.
That's what he did.
Anyway,
he got everything.
Nibufi wins.
Yeah.
Nibufi wins. Okay? Nibufi wins.
They sure do.
This is kind of what I was saying earlier. When you pick Icefall for Extinction, it favors DM, and you can kind of get away with being less coordinated as a team. So I think if this was Extinction, Oxide, and then whatever the next pick, maybe be different. But
yeah, I don't disagree. We'll see where they go.
That Icefall pick rubs me the wrong way. It makes me. It doesn't get my jimmies rustled.
Right. So Gibstar can take us to Wipeout, can take us to Sunken, and take us to Oxide. I don't really know. I feel like they might go Oxide. That'd be my guess.
I wouldn't. I would probably go Wipeout if I were Gibstar.
I mean, it makes sense. Neutrino, Buckster, and Firebot, I think. I would say Neutrino and Firebot definitely much more known for their brains than their aim. In duel. So I think, yeah, it makes sense. We're going to go to Wellspring, you're right.
Yeah.
And it's his favorite mode.
Stop it, Joel. Stop it.
It's his favorite mode.
Stop it. I can't do it yet. Stop.
It's his favorite mode.
No, stop.
Here we are, Gibstar versus Nibufi. We were about to get into this. We go from Extinction to MacGuffin to Wipeout. It's like evolution in reverse. We've gone from Homo sapiens sapiens to Neanderthals. It's happened. It's getting dumber over
that's
time.
Actually,
that
is offensive to CA players, bro. Stop.
Fuck CA players.
Even though it may be
Who's
true.
a CA player? CA players are one step up from Kovacs players, admittedly, but still.
This is actually really good.
Neutrino, he's just having it.
Wow.
Alright, Luke last alive. Could go down here. Oh, survives by 30 HP. His Geanon
Boy.
Oh,
They're in a pretty decent spot. They just need to get some chip damage, which they do. So Gianon now has no armor. And they basically just need to push. They need to push. This is it. Kill Gianon, find Distant Light. Yeah.
Alright, so Distant Light left alone. I don't hate this 1v3 though.
No, they gotta find him.
He's got a chance. Yeah.
Unfortunately, Distant Light was smart enough to...
Luke scared me. I just jumped out of my chair. Oh dear. Right, Wipeout, you gotta find a way to entertain yourself. Distant Light. Yeah, pretty easy. Holding the doorway. Implosion Weeble actually being used to incredible effect.
Now they've got 10 seconds to find Neutrino.
Are they gonna manage it? I think they are. Here's Luke, but Neutrino's fighting back, and now with the teammate up, it's going to be left to Buckster and Firebot to come in, and this is a very favorable 2v2. If Buckster can win his duel, he does, as he often does.
Yeah, should be one. Should be one here for Nibufi. Yep. And Gipstar had a couple opportunities there to win that round. They started off rough, but they made it work. But the respawn time just caught up to him eventually.
Buckster has had a ride this round. He is getting bounced every which way. Like a pinball. Or indeed, the joke that I make every week, passed around like a reference I won't make. That's one for the real super fans in chat. Buckster trying against the shaft. His friend has died in front of him. He's just got 65 HP, and I like this a lot for Gibstar.
Yeah, this was risky from Neutrino to just push in there when Buckster was dying. He should have really just let him die.
Yo, Distant Light's sick. Yo, he's so good. I don't know who he is, but he's so good.
I guess you're a Distant Light fan. Jesus Christ. He's so sick. He's sick.
He literally... Dude, he shot people with his gun. It was amazing.
Distant Light is sick. So sick. How do you say distant?
You know I can't do it back.
Law is like that.
I can't.
Distant
no, I can't make fun of you back. It's so unfair.
Okay. Here's what you do. Can you do Distant Light in James's accent? Do James.
Distant Light. Distant Light. He's so sick. He's so sick.
James is on the cast, everybody.
He's done it again. He's jumped on. And Luke's... Is he about to die? No, he's alright. He's in low water. Don't worry about it.
You can run for about 5 seconds. You just gotta stay out of sight. And now, should be good. Yeah, he's gonna be fine.
We're gonna get fired, aren't we, Bet? Luke looks so confused right now. He does not know where he is.
What is he doing? What is he looking at? What was he looking at? What just happened? You know what it looked like? It looked like, you know how when you're playing and you need to scratch your eyebrow, so you gotta take your hand off your mouth when you're walking? What's that look like?
He's gotten a bit lost, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's gotten a bit
lost in
lost.
that round.
Well, dropping is Buckster Distant Light left alive with the shaft. Oh, he's so good. You see how he shoots the shaft at the men? It's amazing. And he gets a lot of damage done. Firebot and Neutrino left very low. Buckster with a full stack. Gianon and Luke think can make this happen, but at the moment, Buxter's just about holding on. Will fall. Neutrino left. For another 10 seconds, and he's gone. And he's dead. He's fallen off the map, boys. I was watching. He walked off. Yeah, he's in the nether realm.
What is going on? Oh. Neutrino through.
And Neutrino's left alive. And he's alright. Come on, Bert. What's going on, mate?
Not a whole lot. Look, they're just honestly, they're going at it. I'm not really seeing coordinated focus fire strategy here. It's just like they're just going at it. I think Nibufi just thinks they can just overpower him. Like, doesn't seem like there's a lot of respect.
Luke gonna take down Bucks. And Neutrino left alone. As was Luke for a second there, but he's gonna have a teammate. Neutrino now getting more damage done, and yeah, with the safe nature as well. Luke isn't able to make an inroad. Has to hit now though, does Neutrino, to leech that life, and he can't. Knocked down by Geanon as we go into the 6th round.
Neutrino played really aggressive there, not playing like he was the last one. It almost actually worked out for him if he didn't get stuck in the water.
It would have. It's a bit of a shame. We're looking Geanon left low, but Neutrino and Bucks decide they want to heal. All right, Luke. All right. He's had a go.
This is good.
It is, but there's now no armor on the side of Nibufi, and they could all get knocked down pretty quickly. Luke walks into a triangle of death, though. More dangerous than the Bermuda Triangle, and Distant Light left alone. Neutrino smells blood in the water, but, well, he smells wrong. That's a thing. He smells wrong.
Smells wrong.
No. Don't you sigh at me, Jahan. Don't you dare. We're on Buxter. He's he's alive. Fireboy isn't. 2-on-1. Luke should be able to survive for a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna slow things down. What position do you like here, Bert? Like,
if you're gonna slow it down, there's a couple of different positions you can take. The dirt area is a common one in NA. You can post up at the bell and just choke them off coming in to the bell area. Take the top position. You know, you're noticing right now Nibufi's down 2-3, and they've actually slowed down the game. So they've decided, oh wait, we can't just bum rush them like idiots. We have to actually, you know, slow it down a little bit to get our bearings.
Yeah, I think that's smart. Distant Light gonna get the better of Buxter, and it's left to Neutrino for a whole 15 seconds. Now, he does have quite a lot of stack. This is one of the more doable 1v3s I've ever seen, but he takes a little bit of damage there, and it's all looking pretty dire. This would be the series, all on this one round of Wipeout, and Neutrino has kept his team's hopes alive. Buxter's back.
Wow.
Neutrino has done it, and this is now a real problem for
I was not
Gibstar.
Yeah, I was not expecting that. Neutrino was really low. A lot of guns against him, and he somehow pulled it off. He actually had to hit those rockets to get the HP up, and he did. And he's put his team in a good position here. They know where the enemy is. They just need to just put guns on him.
Neutrino left alone again.
Wow.
32 seconds is too long, though, isn't it? There's no way.
It's gonna be difficult. He can't show himself for about 20 seconds.
Yeah. Neutrino needs to hit miracle rockets. It's just not going to happen. Luke's here with the shaft, and it is over. 2-1 for Gibbs Star, perhaps I would argue one of the least known teams in this tournament remaining, but they looked pretty good.